We used to walk this way all the time when we were kids. Usually late at night, because we didn't want to be in Hell House. Or because we wanted the thrill of coming up to the cemeteries. Never saw anything in the cemeteries though. Some of my friends did, but I don't remember their stories. Do you have any stories from one of our walks? Hold on, I can't hear you.
I don't remember any from our walks. Goodness gracious.
Okay.
I do remember one from a friend of mine.
Yeah?
Her sister went to the cemetery, and first she felt a really threatening presence. And then she saw 4 figures that were watching her. And she obviously left pretty quickly. But then the next morning, there were 4 more gravestones that weren't there the night before.
Oh.
Right where the figures had been.
Do you think she could have just mistaken them for people?
No, because she mentioned that she saw eyes.
She saw
watching.
eyes. Okay. Quieter now. So you said your friend saw 4 figures that had eyes?
Yeah, she saw the 4 figures and, you know, the reflection that you get in people's eyes whenever you, like, shine a flashlight or a camera in them?
Yeah.
She saw those. And I don't remember if they moved or anything, but yeah, they had eyes and they were looking right at her.
Creepy. What kind of gravestones were they?
I think they actually might have, you know those series of the ones that have the exact same name on them in a row?
Yeah, in the back by the big tree.
It might have been those.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was somewhere near the back.
Yeah, I think I remember a friend saying that those 4 scared her. I got a video of those.
Good. You point them out then.
I will. So pretty today. I'm actually glad it rained because it cooled everything off.
Mm-hmm. This would be a miserable trek.
Yeah.
Miserable drag.
Man, I forgot how beautiful it is up here. Terrifying, but beautiful.
Like many things.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think the underbrush has gotten to the point that getting into the woods might have to wait till fall.
Oh well.
It's pretty thick. Gives us more time to plan though.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you want to say about Hell House?
When did you want me to talk about the backyard fun times?
We can talk about the backyard fun times while we're walking.
Okay. So, 3 places that I spent most of my time that were
Hold on,
still...
there's a siren behind us. Pull over.
Every time.
Oh, thank goodness. Weren't looking for us. Okay. What were you saying before we were rudely interrupted?
So, the 3 places at home that I spent my most of my time at were my bedroom, the basement, and the backyard, and part of the woods right behind that part.
He had to go fast.
Focus brake was worth it.
Okay, the places you spent the most time in. Bedroom, backyard.
Bedroom and the backyard, and the woods right behind the space.
Yeah.
So, in the backyard we had a swing set and a little fort. And I set that up most decoratively, I'd say. Had a little garden and everything.
It was cute.
And I also had out there a cot. No mat or anything on it, just the cot. And I had this kind of ritual where I would go out to the backyard and lie on the cot for hours. And over the span of those few hours, I would watch as hundreds of different kinds of bugs would start climbing all over me and swarming.
Yeah, I remember seeing you do that once, and I was very disturbed.
It was a It was a very regular occurrence.
Oof.
I don't know why at the time it seemed like a good way of soothing myself, but it was the method that I tended to direct myself towards too.
Well, you do like bugs.
I do, but those weren't natural bugs.
True. And what we'll find out in a future episode is the demon that lives back here loves bugs.
Oh, loves them.
It's almost like his secondary nickname or something. Don't want to give it away, but if you're smart enough, I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. Big name. Big boy. We're almost there. I see Arthur's car. We're so close.
Not sure if it was a haunting per se, but there was one time my friend who lived a couple houses away were in his backyard, and we saw a man with a knife right out in the woods.
I remember
right
that.
Past the fence.
Yeah, that's not a haunting. That's a real terror.
Yeah, that's when you really go. That's when you run.
Whoa, they've added a street.
What?
That's why there's so much traffic.
Oh, God.
There never used to be a street here. This was just a dead end to go through the woods. It sounds like a drone. Or an Asian murder hornet. However the universe is feeling today.
I prefer the latter. At least all they can do is sting.
Wow. I had no clue this goes through now. Times are a-changing. I'm old now. That's so weird.
I think I actually had a dream about there being a road there now.
You had a dream about there being a road there?
Yeah, it didn't look like that, but there was a road there.
Weird.
It was more like a creepy field road instead of road with some shrubbery.
Huh.
Like
we don't know what it looks like up
pavement and
there.
everything.
I know up there are fields.
No, I mean like literally with the dry tall grass and
Oh.
scarecrow and shit like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're a little too far into the city for that stuff. Oh, we did it. Not as bad as I remember. Funny, when you're an adult, short walks aren't as hard. Got longer legs.
You're taller.
I am taller. Oh, that's not a road. It's a city maintenance something. It's overgrown now, but right down there is where the half pipe used to come out, and all the teenagers would run several blocks through this tunnel in the dark with flashlights to come out right there and prove their worth. But now it's so overgrown, you couldn't do that anymore. Sad. It's hot today. We were getting chased by a drone, but it seems to have lost interest in us for now. And we just walked onto the dead-end street of Hell House. I cannot show you Hell House. That would be very wrong of me. But I can show you the dead end where I used to hang out as a child when the house got to be too much. So we're going there now. Gonna show Arthur Hell House. Gonna look at it ourselves, and I'll be right back. All right, we made it, and things are not like we remembered. It's pretty kempt. There's this really stinky stuff right here that I don't know what it is. It smells kind of like sewage. And what used to be an accessible field is now entirely overgrown. So we're gonna have to come back here in the winter when everything is dead so we can clear a trail through to all the places I used to go to. And I wanted to get the dead end sign, but as you see, it's missing. So lots of things are really unkempt down here. There's lots of trash in people's yards and not a lot of mowing, lots of weeds. So things have definitely not improved since I left, and I'm sure their demonic activity is through the roof. Hell House looked in shambles. Someone's obviously living there, but they had a lot of aggressive things in their windows, so we're not going to go talk to them. They might also be experiencing some of the rage and personality changes that come with Hell House, so we're not going to bother them. But I'm kind of sad. I used to sit right here and meditate in this beautiful place, and now it's just stinky and filled with garbage. How does it make you feel? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Something's definitely wrong here. Okay. Wow, it was not like that when I went here just like 5 years ago. Huh?
There's a literal dumpster fire can.
Yeah, like things are bad here. Maybe if I can cover up. There we go, let's take a look at that. That's Hell House. Yeah, things are not looking good. Oh, you can still see the axe in the tree. That right there. There's an axe head in that tree that my grandma put in there when she was having a manic episode. And we could never get it out, so the tree just grew up around the axe. Okay, I said I wasn't going to show Hell House, but I did. I'm a liar and a terrible person, but I'm glad I got that, and I'm sure that I blurred out the address. I just want to show you how far gone it's gotten. It used to be filled with my mother's beautiful gardens and all of our nice decorations, and we tried to make it a home. Now it just looks like a trash heap. It really goes to show how well you can combat demons when you've got people around who know what they're doing. Those people went away, and now this entire street is
In shambles.
in shambles, yes.
Road's cracked.
The road's always been cracked.
Yeah, no amount of new layers they put on it. And they put a lot of layers on it. It always got cracked real fast.
Well, I couldn't get my sign down there, but I think this is one I could get. There it is. Bye. Gosh, now we've got helicopters? What's going on?
This place is a disaster.
That's right over where that cop and the drone was. What are they looking for? I don't know if we can see them. We can certainly hear them. This is going to be a weird video. Oh, up here, that's where I lived with my friend for many years. Her dad still lives there, but she doesn't anymore. So that's how close my friend lived to us. Right up the block. Dead ends down there.
Even the way from my old house, which had the same railroad tracks running behind it, I used to hike that alone as a kid. It's basically the same place from the opposite direction. And unfortunately, there isn't a way to access it from the longer hike I would have had to take to get there from my house as a kid.
Yeah, we'll take that hike someday when it's not so hot. Take you guys on another adventure. See another place in my haunted history.
Well, I mean, I don't want to promise that because they've done a lot of construction out by where I used to be able to go as a kid, and now it's a little different being an adult than a teenager.
Well, that seems to be the theme of this video is time moves along, things change, and some things only exist in our memories.
I hope
Fun tip of the day.
that they make some form of like hiking trail out there because it was really pretty, but at the same time, you know, railroad tracks.
Yeah. I like walking the tracks though. But I started the video up again because I noted that every time I come up to Hell House, there's a new family living there. Every time. And this changes every few years. And I've never seen the person who's living there now. See how long they last. Oh, our car. We made it. Whew. Successful adventure. Let's go get some lunch. Oh, air conditioning is nice.
It certainly is.
What are you doing back there?
Sweaty.
Yeah, we're all sweaty. But it was a good adventure. Worth going on.
Kansas City gets muggy. I didn't sweat this much biking 20 miles 2 days ago.
Yeah. Well, it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit right now, but it feels like we're walking through a swamp. 'Cause it just rained, and then the heat made all the rain go back in the air as humidity. But we're coming back up on the cemetery. My grandfather used to drive my mother and my aunt around those fields behind his truck on sleds whenever it would get snowy. That is, until my grandmother found out. Yep, right there. That's where they would sled in the snow back in the 70s. Everybody got masks? Looks like we got out of it just in time. Getting pretty hard, pretty fast. That's what she said.
We're going right into it.
We might have to wait until this rain slows down before we can do our post-mortem. This is pretty loud. This has been a very loud video. But so far we're doing just fine. Took you on this beautiful road to show you how pretty our hometown is, and now it started downpouring. Good thing we couldn't go in the woods, or else we would have been caught in the woods when this started. Got some awesome clouds going on out here. I used to take this road to go to work every single day. really good job driving through this, Arturo. Yeah. We've already hydroplaned so many times. You're doing great. And if we die, we have video recording of our last moments.
We do.
Well, we're not gonna die. Everything's just fine. Woo.
What are you doing up there?
Being afraid of storms. Whew. This video is ending up much more interesting than I was planning it to be. And now we're stuck in traffic. Well, now is as good a time as any. Arthur, what was it like for you visiting Hell House for the first time?
Well, I'm not really sure how to answer that because I didn't really go inside, but it did seem very, I don't want to say dilapidated.
It was pretty bad though.
In comparison to the other houses, it's definitely seen its share of times, if that makes sense. It looks very cramped and claustrophobic.
Did you imagine the house would be that close to other houses?
I figured it might be in a neighborhood kind of like that. Maybe a little bit more spread out, but for some reason I thought it would be on the corner.
Nope.
It's that like fucking scary house on the corner.
No, it's just a scary house in the middle.
It was like going to a place that you used to love going to as a child, and then next time you go back as an adult to reminisce about the good days, it's been replaced with a oil construction site and is filled with garbage and reeks of filth. Like there was literally, like, you know those garbage trash cans that you light fires in like post-apocalyptic games and in the poorer parts of town and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were those in the yards, and one of them was holding up a broken down trampoline just in the front yard. And all the yards were like that. They all had huge chunks of broken down junk in their front yards. And whenever I lived there, all those yards were well taken care of. There were children playing around there all the time. It was a decent neighborhood despite all the demonic activity. And now it looks the part of demonic activity.
It really does.
That's sad. I'm sad.
It is really sad. It was really eye-opening to see how quickly that area degraded, and to feel unsafe in my own childhood neighborhood was something that I was not expecting. The get out of our place outsiders attitude of the locals was not something I was expecting, and literal inches of raw sewage on the ground that made the street smell like the bog of eternal stench from Labyrinth. That I was not expecting that. The places that I used to do really positive healing magics and meditations that I made a beautiful place is now a sewage heap, and it really seems like the people that are down there are not the friendly type, and my dream of connecting with the people that live in my old house is probably not going to happen because they looked very aggressive and not the friendly type at all. So this has been a very interesting adventure, wouldn't you guys say?
I think so.
I'd call it jarring.
Yeah, jarring. Jarring is a good word for it. I'm sure it was less jarring for you, Arthur, because you never saw it before now.
I have places that I enjoyed and people used to play at a lot, and it is now run down.
I guess the moral of this video is if you have a place that you love, make sure you visit it as often as you can and enjoy it as often as you can. because you never know what's going to change for the better or for the worse. And if it does end up a pile of sewage, you'll at least have your good times to remember. And there's literally nothing anyone can do to stop this forward progression of time. So the sooner you come to terms with that, I think the happier we'll all be. So that was our adventure at Hell House. Definitely an interesting day. Almost died several times on the way getting home.
Oh yeah.
And now we're passing our home cemeteries. So we're gonna wrap this video up. Once you can see these lovely little gravestones there. I might do a video in there someday. And I'm gonna go and start editing. Stay safe out there, everybody, and I will see you in 2 weeks. I post every other Saturday, and every other video I talk about my writing and my paranormal life, but everything is tied together in my love of horror. So stay tuned. Next week I'm going to talk about my writing process. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to come at you with something. And after that, we'll do a very special episode of I Was Raised in a Haunted House about the long neck. Oh yeah, we got some art coming your way too. Gonna make that one special. So have a great week, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye. Okay. Whew. Oh. Got this lovely river I gotta jump over. Okay. Okay. Ooh, it's wet. Ooh, it's wet. There you go. Come on, man. Oh, we made it home. The greatest adventure is what lies behind. We're going up the stairs now, and we're all soggy wet now. Yes, I rhymed now with now, 'cause I don't care. 'Cause I'm back at home where I can sit forever. Steve? Yeah, I'm happy to see you too, buddy. I am so happy to be home. That was a rough adventure. And I'm tired. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Bye.